I'm here with Chico Police Lieutenant Matt Madden, who's going to walk us through the incident that happened at Safeway this morning.
So this is video taken from Safeway. What we'll see is two suspects that had just done a shoplift at Rite Aid and have been followed to this location by loss prevention officers. The individual in the wheelchair and this individual in red are both the suspects and are being on-viewed by loss prevention, and our officers are arriving on scene. First suspect takes off on his wheelchair. He gets contacted later. This suspect begins to walk away from the officer as he approaches. The officer gives some verbal commands, is telling him to turn around, and he's trying to get him in a position to get him into a control hold so he can do a pat-down search for contraband and weapons. It appears the suspect initially complies, but he's refusing to spread his legs and get in a position, the officer, to get in a position for advantage. See, the officer's taking his time and giving the suspect multiple commands, and that's what we see here. The officer will move up, and he grabs the hands behind the head, and he's attempting to move in so he can check the suspect's waistband and pocket areas for weapons for the officer's safety. As he begins to do that, the suspect begins moving around. The officer's telling him to stay put, and you can see he's pulling forward, leaning back, trying to get the officer off balance, is what it appears to me. The officer still kind of backs up a little bit. He's telling him to stay still. There's additional conversation, and then he spins on the officer. He grabs the officer's hand. The officer pulls away and deploys his taser. Another officer arrives and has a baton. They're yelling for him to get down, which he initially does, but he doesn't go all the way down. They're trying to tell him to get down on his stomach. He refuses. He's not going with the program, and then he stands up, and it appears that he took a fighting stance, and then he takes his shirt off. The officer, believing that he's going to fight with them, he begins to back up, and walk away, and it's at this point that the officer deploys the taser, which incapacitates the suspect for several seconds. At this point, they're telling him lay down on his stomach. He's not complying, so they engage the taser again, which incapacitates him for several seconds. When that runs out, they tell him to roll over on his stomach. He does, but he does halfway, so the officer leans out, pushes him all the way on his stomach, and then reaches down and is able to handcuff him, and at this point with no further incident.